the Curse of Bahldizar. The text is still a work in progress, but it's a temporary sprite. Right here you can see the little fade in and fade out effect of the menu buttons. We got a nice fade in cinematic here. Alright, so this level is still a work in progress. It's mostly finished. The art's done for it. The movement, the mechanics on this level are done. The only thing left is to get the mission for the level completed and implement a text box so that we can tell the player what to do and create in-game dialogue. If you notice on these little torches here, you got little particle effects going up, and those are actually a 1 pixel, and it's actually code that makes this all work. So a code that gives it the lighting, the depth of it, so it's in front of the trees, making it fade out, how big the circle of light around it is. What that actually is it's a sprite overlay. So it's not an actual like particle, it's just a sprite that I gave a fade out ring on it, an alpha ring, that's what it is. Alright, got animation, nice shadow that gives the animation. What that is it's actually another sprite overlay. Gave him the depth of the player character -1, so it's just under him, and it replicates and reverses each of the sprites with a black overlay with a alpha that's I think 0.35. So as you can it makes it look like there's an actual shadow. You can see the stuff under it still. Here are the enemies. The health bar is still a work in progress too. It's very plain right now, but working on a little screen effect for when you hit them or when you get hit. As you see, there's depth to the light also. So when I'm behind it, it's over me. When I'm in front of the light, it's not on me. There's something I was testing because I found that the player was getting lost whenever they would go behind trees and objects. So when you get fully behind it, it kind of fades out so you can see yourself where you're going and see enemies. There. Oh, and the attacks. Right here, he's got a shield bash, so it pushes them back. It doesn't push them back too far, but it's enough to, give yourself some room. It's on a cooldown. You see down here, and then you got the sword attack. And then right here is actually a potion, and it's on a cooldown of 30 seconds. So when my health gets low, you middle click and it uses it. You can see it slowly coming back. Alright. And they've got spatial kind of awareness, map navigation kind of thing, so they chase you around obstacles, but whenever you get you get out of viewing distance, they stop chasing you. You go back in and they chase you. Alright. And it's actually made to where they don't overlap each other. They can group up, because originally they could all overlap and it would look like there's one and you get hit and it'd do like massive amounts of damage and you couldn't tell how many enemies there were and that kind of thing. It just makes it look better when they're in a group following you. I'm still working on that. You see that random one shot off in the direction? It's what happens is they have a knockback factor whenever you hit them, and it can count pixels from their current direction to in the direction they're moving, and if that's going to overlap with a solid object, it adjusts their direction so that they go around it. It utilizes the map navigation AI that I gave them to count pixels and stuff. I'm starting to get overwhelmed here. I was actually thinking about implementing a roll mechanic so that whenever you get stuck in a group of enemies like that, you can roll through them so you're not stuck in the corner. Now, these are supposed to be the basic enemies, so I mean they're not super difficult. Alright, so that's that. In this level, this is the main area where you collect little souls. You can hear that ding, that's collecting a soul from them. The sprite for that's still, work in progress. This is just a placeholder area. This is actually going to be a gate that's blocked, and whenever you collect enough souls from the slimes, it opens up. When you come through here, this is going to be where the boss is at. There's going to be a well right here, and there's actually going to be a giant slime monster that climbs out of the well. You have this whole area to fight him. Once you fight him, there's going to be another gate right here, and there's actually going to be a castle on this side. So once you get through here, it's going to go to the second level. Now this level should take about 10 to 15 minutes in all to beat, including the boss fight and the small tutorial level in this area. There's going to be 3 levels in this game, and then a final level with the boss. The total playthrough should be about 45 minutes to an hour. That includes screen time in the beginning to rolling the credits at the end. So, and R just restarted the room. But that's pretty much it so far. Other than little tiny technical stuff I could go into, I mean that's the gameplay right there. It's nothing too flashy right now, but once you actually have an objective, which we're still working on implementing in it, it'll be a lot different. It'll be more fun.